Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we'll be reviewing the new Mercedes S63 AMG. This thing is absolutely insane, and I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a big middle finger to the Tesla Model S Plaid. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Lander over here in Lehigh for giving some time with this car. This particular one is available for sale, so if you're interested, link to their website in the description down below. If you have any questions, just ask for Jordan, and then also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Powering this is a twin-turbo 4-liter V8 that's paired to a hybrid system and a 9-speed automatic transmission. The MPGe rating is 49. The MPG rating, without any sort of hybrid assist, is 18 miles per gallon, has 16 miles of electric driving range, and it puts out 791 horsepower and 1,055 pound-feet of torque. Before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, I really like this gray color. I think it looks really sharp here on the S-Class. Instead of the giant hood emblem, you've got an AMG badge there. Really cool with the headlight design. Look how intricate this whole setup is. You can see AMG there in the grille with the vertical slats, and that's really cool with the trim around either side. But yeah, really sharp looking car. Now our tire wheel setup is 255 by 40 by 21 in the front, and then 285 by 35 by 21 in the rear. Narrower than I would think given the power. Anyways, really cool trim with all of the silver there. You've got the blacked out trim too. Giant red brake caliper. Looks like it has carbon ceramics. I'll double check on the window sticker. But anyways, got the V8 by turbo badge. You can see the nice trim there on the side. And again, it's just a not so regular S-Class, but it also is. I mean, look at the side. Who would have thought this would have a ton of horsepower? Anyways, we've got the key fob here with our lock and unlock. You got the AMG logo, trunk, and then another AMG logo there on the back, and pop her open. Now, being an S-Class, we've got tons of storage space here in the rear. See, it's quite cavernous inside, so that's one of the nice things. I do believe you lose, yeah, so you don't have any storage underneath here because of the battery setup. It's one of the things about plug-in hybrids is they got to put the battery somewhere, and they usually put it in the back, because you already have the engine up front, so better weight distribution. It's really cool with the S63. You can see the taillight design here, and then those exhaust tips are pretty crazy looking as well. But there's the rest of the rear. And this, of course, leads us inside. So really cool trim here. I don't know if it's going to pop up on camera with all the stitching. Look at that. Got all of your seat adjustments, heated cooled function, memory function, and again, more nice trim. It's cool with the carbon fiber they've got there, and then controls for like a sunshade. And then here, the seats got the pillow headrests, really nice stitching all down. This is cool with the soft touch trim here. AMG badge right there as well. Popping in, we've got screens here in the back. You can see here with the vents, you've got your own climate zone here in the back as well for either passenger. That's pretty fancy, if you ask me. So you got heated, cooled seats, own climate zone. I mean, this has everything. And by the way, these seats are, of course, extremely comfortable. Look at this whole setup here up top, and then we have our own sunroof, and even that has nice trim. This is a wild place to be. What it is to be rich, right? And this, of course, leads us up front where you can see again all of the red stitching throughout. Look at that, the heated and cooled seat function, all of our window controls. We got that for the lights, blind spotting with the mirrors. And then here are the seats, AMG badge, perforated all down the center of the seat. I like this here, the vents and the trim. And then pretty fancy pedals. Take a look at the steering wheel. You can see Alcantara on either side, and then got the nice leather trim. Paddle shifters here on the back. And then we have our different drive modes. So right now, that's electric mode. So you can change that, and then you can change different items like the suspension and everything here, the other function. And then tons of practical controls in the front, including for the infotainment system, your volume controls, adaptive cruise control, controls here for the center screen. Traditional stock there on the one side, column shifter on the other. But here's our gauge cluster, fully digital, which is cool. You can change the theme of it, which I think adds to the fun. But yeah, the customizable nature of it's nice. There's also a heads-up display up top, and then we've got a 360 camera system built in as well. See a bunch of cool exterior shots, really good resolution. And then as for the rest of the infotainment system, this is the S-Class infotainment system is what I call it, because the first car that I reviewed this was on S-Class. But yeah, this is where you can basically control everything. You got massaging seats, for example, you control your climate controls, you press the AMG tab that'll show you all the different drive modes. There is 2 million different drive modes with this. My goodness. Crazy all the different drive modes that this has. But yeah, all of that's controlled in the screen. I like how it says S63 Edition 1 right there. I think that's pretty cool. But anyways, more storage here. And in the center console as well. Nice trim here on the top. Look at that, across the dash. Really cool ambiance. And then yeah, good storage inside the glove box. Nice trim on the outside. And then we do have another sunroof up front. Premium trim all over. So it's kind of hard to see the window sticker just because of the lighting's not really the best. There you go, it's a little bit better. But you can see there's not a lot of options to add to this, but some of them are pretty expensive, like the Edition 1 package. But anyways, $214,700. So yeah, it performs. Well, S63. Very, very interesting car if you ask me. And I feel like not a lot of people have talked about this. Maybe they have. Maybe I just live under a rock nowadays. Kind of do. But what I will say is so far, drives like a normal S-Class. Doesn't feel any bit different compared to a regular S-Class. Very interesting. Smooth. Braking's a little bit weird. It's quite touchy. It's got pretty good power in this electric mode. I'd say that's quite impressive. It's a bit firmer with the suspension compared to a regular S-Class. So there is that difference right off the bat. It's not uncomfortable, but definitely has a sportier edge to it, which I mean it's an S63, so kind of think. I will say this is very three-dimensional looking, and same thing with the heads-up display, and it kind of makes me a little bit dizzy. And it also feels somewhat video game-esque. Really does almost, yeah, it almost reminds me of like those car games. I'm gonna pop into the Sport Plus mode here. Oh. I was going to get an acceleration until this minivan came blasting through, so we'll get one up here in just a moment. Minivans. Nobody drives crazier. I'm in the Sport Plus mode. Kind of didn't feel weak, but didn't feel as crazy as I'd think it would. But again, maybe I just gotta get fully into it. But I mean, so far this basically kind of feels like a normal S-Class, just firmer. So I think that's a downside, right? Because you get the S-Class because it's comfortable. And I mean, the seats are still really comfortable and everything on this. It's got quite a bit of road noise from the tires. That's one downside about high-performance tires is they're noisy. They are very noisy. So, okay, so we're in the Sport Plus setting here, and I'm just gonna punch it. Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't kick it hard enough the first time. My goodness, it takes a second. It doesn't have that immediate push of like a Plaid, but once it takes its second, ooh, buddy. That is neck snapping. And the brakes are good too. Like the brakes have great stopping power. Oh, this truck's going for it. Man, I feel like I can't trust people driving anymore because they just drive like maniacs nowadays. That truck wasn't bad, but the minivan earlier, it haunts me. Okay. Oh gosh, it hides the speed too. Goodness gracious. Yeah, this thing's crazy. Why did they turn that on? Is this gonna be super popular? I don't know about that. I think the people that are getting the S-Class probably just want an S-Class experience. They don't want an, maybe I'm wrong. I don't think they really care about an AMG experience, but still it's a crazy car. And again, I think that Mercedes probably just made this just to put a middle finger up to Tesla with the Plaid. Now it doesn't have as much horsepower as the Plaid, but you know, it's a full-size luxury sedan with stupid power, right? That's ultimately what this is. And it's got a V8, whereas the Plaid's fully electric, so I think that's kind of what they were going, at least that's my take. That's kind of what they're going for. So let me know what you guys think about the S63 AMG, but I think this is one crazy car, if you ask me.